guys, welcome to the channel. I've been asked a few times to do a walk around of my truck. This is unit 1017. It is a 2020 Kenworth T880 with a Miller Industries 5130 Century wrecker bed on the back. So kind of here it is. We'll do an interior shot here. She has 36,000 miles on it. We bought it not too long ago with 12,000 miles on it. We didn't buy it brand new, but it might as well have been. It was only about 6 months old. Like I said, 36,000 miles on it. It's got a 5 1/4 Cummins in it with a 18-speed transmission, touchscreen radio. I don't have it on, of course, but I got all the gauges: suspension load, drive axle temperatures, oil temperatures. You know, it's a pretty well thought out unit. And then it does have a coffin sleeper in the back. I love the big back window. It really helps out. Backup camera, CB radio, and then of course all my switches, my PTO, my control power works, makes my levers back there work. Main beacon, all my work lights, toolbox lights. These two and that one are not hooked up. That's about it. I do have spotlights, which is, it's really nice when I roll up to a scene, try and figure out what I need to do before I get in position. The spotlights are nice. I finally got this thing cleaned up on the outside. I haven't detailed the inside yet, but I figured I'd do the video first. But like I said, it's all black. The graphics are a wrap. First time we ever did a wrap was this one that any of us have done, and it took us 12 hours to put the whole wrap on. So it's one of those jobs that we were like, cool, it was fun to do, let's not do it again. All right, so moving back here to my toolboxes, the way I have them laid out, these are the forks I don't use, along with my rain pants, my muck boots, pins for those are for my spring hangers. These are the forks I don't use very much. My rain gear's in there, my raincoat, shovel, power inverter, charges my impact batteries. We just pretty much got through winter. We got our last snowstorm just a little bit ago. So ice scraper, a couple of lawn chairs, because you never know when you're gonna need to sit down, and my height stick is in there as well. And here I got my traffic cones, extra snatch blocks. I got a gas can. Actually, I put the gas can in there for my house to fill up my lawnmower, and I've still never put gas in it. A couple extra snatch blocks, master links, my blue slings, red endless loop slings, my yellow endless loops, and my rim slings. Shackles, of course the other two hang on here. This is from, if you watched my Volvo at Walmart video, I still haven't put that away. I'll probably do that here in a little bit. Moving on back here, this is just kind of frame forks, that kind of stuff. Keep a gallon of oil, gallon of coolant with me. Big flat strap, extra axle straps, bottle jack, just that kind of stuff. Trash cans, extra ratchet straps, other stuff that you don't need a whole lot. Obviously my tow light, a pair of gloves that got wet and I haven't laid out. My tow cord, and then just some cribbing, some wood blocks there for double picks and that kind of stuff when you're slinging trailers. Full control system over here. Boy, I need to clean this. I haven't looked at that. Golly. These work my rear spades, boom in and out, boom up and down, left and right winch cables. Underlift in and out, tilts my underlift, fold my underlift. Now, you see me reaching up here all the time in the videos. This is flipping my throttle, revving the truck up to give me a little bit more power. This is my air free spools for my winches to be able to pull my cables out. And then of course my high speed and low speed on my winches right there. My rear outrigger system, my rear spades back here, I can flip them down and spike them into the ground, give me a better traction. Of course my safety chains, this is the business end of the unit. This is a 7035 underreach, standard Miller underreach. There's nothing super crazy special about this truck other than it just looks really, really good. We did a really good job on the wrap. It's a great design. But over there, you guys know I keep my frame forks in there, keep my axle straps in here. Nothing too crazy about all that. Passenger side, this is my biggest complaint about this truck, probably my only complaint. That's pre-wired for something else. It falls down all the time. My biggest complaint about this truck is working from the passenger side is where I want to work in traffic, and they don't have underlift controls over here. I would love to know why. That's just a not smart decision. I can work my boom up and down, I work my winch cables, I can put my spades down, Can't work my under reach. I mean, this is where I want to be. Luckily, the truck has a winch remote, so it's not a big deal. I can free spool my winches from over here. I can kick them into high speed, low speed from over here. That's nice, but it just, I wish the change should have been made. I would rather lose these features for my underlift controls all day long. I keep oil dry in here. You never know when you're working wrecks. Gotta have some oil dry. Red and blue airlines, some trash. Remember to throw that away. Red and blue airlines, and those are for trailers. So actually, if we go back to the back of my truck here, I have 5 different ways to throw air. I have my constant air that I use. This is on a hose reel. Then I have, this is also constant air. They're tapped into the same line. That's Miller's setup. We installed these. And then of course Miller sets up with your emergency and your service air. I use these with those blue coils and red coils for when I'm pulling trailers with my fifth wheel adapter. That's all. It's the only time I ever use them. Other than that, I use this. This is service brakes plumbed right into my service air valve there. It does the same thing. When I hit my brake pedal, it applies brakes to the trailer. So when you see me loading up and I'm loading up a trailer and I'm running that line back to the trailer, that's what I'm doing, is I'm putting brakes to the trailer. So when I hit my pedal, it also applies the trailer brakes. Keep a bag full of miscellaneous tools, tape measure. There's some stuff in here that I just have in here just because. I don't know why I would ever need a level, but I got one. This bucket is full of cage bolts. Never know when you're gonna need a cage set of brakes. Tape's super handy. Keep a couple pry bars in here. All my pliers, grinder, cutoff wheel, extra battery on charge for my cutoff wheel and my impact. Various de-icer, WD-40, brake parts cleaner, air brake antifreeze, starter fluid. You never know what you're gonna need. I got a power strip there as well. Super handy. All right, this is the way I laid out my toolbox. Now, I don't have toolbox. This truck didn't come with a toolbox. We contemplated for a long time what we were gonna do to put a toolbox in here, and I ended up doing this, and I kind of like this layout. I don't have to open any drawers. Everything's right here. The sucky part is that there's not an overwhelmingly great way to organize it, but 1/4-inch sockets, 3/8 sockets, 1/2-inch sockets, standard, metric, and standard. Got a 1/2-inch drive ratchet, 1/4-inch, 3/8. My big wrenches that I would use mainly on the new Freightliner drive shafts, just like these. I ordered these on Amazon. I'm not a big fan of them. They're too big around, as you can tell. They're shaving themselves down. They'll get down there where they need to be, but they're not great. I got some 3/8 deep drive sockets. These are all metrics wrenches, standard ratchet wrenches, cage bolt socket. Of course, this is not 1 1/4 inch. It's like a 32, 34. This is for my Tiger tool for pulling press-in drive shafts. Various extensions, air chuck, air gauge. My driveline side, these are my driveline sockets. This is your most common driveline sizes in here. I think it's like 14, 12, 13, 1/2 inch, and a 10. I got my service air glad hand, emergency air glad hand, some Loctite for the very few times we actually do reinstall drive shafts. Ordered this kit from Zips AW Direct, and the only thing I'm upset about is it didn't come with any of these ends. I had to go find a bunch of ends, which is not like it's hard to find, but it kind of sucks. I figured it would have at least came with some ends. But the kit so far to me has been very handy. Compressor line, good line for air dryer lines. Freightliner, they pop that little red tube out, stick that one in. So this kit is very handy. I am glad I purchased it from Zips AW Direct. It has been a lifesaver for me in certain situations. I don't like tapping the tanks because nobody maintenances their truck. Nobody takes care of their stuff, and you tap the tank and they're full of water, and it just makes you mad. So I go to that as kind of a last resort. I'm not the most 100% knowledgeable when it comes to where to tap air, so I'm still kind of learning that. I'm still trying to look it all up and get it all, learn it all, so I can just we'll come in here and grab the fitting I need, roll out, and know what truck I'm on. But still learning. It's all a learning curve. This is another socket that I keep set up. This is a 3/8 drive on a 1/2 inch to 3/8 adapter extension. This is for the smaller Freightliners, smaller Chevy GMC box trucks. We tow quite a few of them, so I keep this one set up like that, so I can grab it with my impact, zip it out. These are my Driveline straps. These are 3 straps I use to hold my Driveline up there. 6 foot by 1 inch retractable ratchet straps. Down here I got more air fittings in this box. These are, I need to reorganize this. These are Starbit sockets, Allen head sockets, and then I keep various pins, hose clamps, cotter keys, more hose clamps. These are C-clamp pads. I keep those for my fairings. We'll get there in a minute. Paper towels, obviously. These are my straps for my bus bars from when I wheel lift RVs and that kind of stuff. I'll try to get a video of doing one of those. They suck. I hate videoing them because I'm just spending all day mad. But and then I keep a little little propane torch, and then that's my Tiger tool for them press out drive shafts. So I'm kind of sort of getting the truck. Like I said, I didn't want to do this video too soon because I didn't have everything laid out the way I wanted it. But here's my bus bar drawer, my bus bar door. Here's my wheel grids, obviously. This goes on the rear of the tire. These are your piece down the side, all your pins for it. That's all this box is for, is my bus bars. That's all it does. Houses those. These are all my chains. I got this typical Miller package, and I've jacked a few from a wreck we worked a while back when we had the Landau out there, and I had to do the load shift later that next day. The Landau wasn't here to put the chains back on, and I haven't been by the Landau to put them back on, so I've got a few extras. So a couple chain binders. I got 4 or 5 of them in here. Like I said, those all came off the Landau. I usually keep 2. I got my Omega rings. I use these for tying down when I do rear tows. If I don't use my straps, I go to my Omegas. Bunch of bungee cords. This is a 3/8. That's probably a grade 70 chain. I don't know if it's so old. I use it for that one, and these are 3/8 grade 80s. I use them for tying up rear, holding up the front drive axle when I do rear tows, and just various other things. My 1/2 inch 15-foot grade 100 chains. Those are my go-tos. I'd like when I'm doing pick and swings and that kind of stuff, I'd like to have a few more grade 100 chain options, but they do everything I need them to, and I don't have any other, any other requests out of them. They do what I want. So it's just, you always want more. The more you get into this, the more you want to do. This is my 5th wheel plate. My 5th wheel plate, my end caps, all my pins for it, extra pins for the receivers for when I lose them out of the back. These are my 8-inch 8-inch C-clamps. I have 5-inch C-clamps. I have all kinds of C-clamps. I've never used these. I kind of carry them because you never know when you're going to need them. But my 5-inches are what I used to use every time I did a rear tow and had to strap the fairings, till I found 8-inchers. Once I got these 8-inch ones, man, they are a lifesaver. You don't have to fold the fairing over anymore. Those go right on. I can strap to them, hold the fairings together. They work perfect. I keep an extra chunk of air hose here because sometimes a 50-foot hose reel is not enough to get to the back of them pusher RVs. So when they got the air fittings way in the rear. And then these are my more common sets of forks I use. These are your standard Miller fork before the stubbies that I use in the rear. And then you got your wide ones, your Steer Tech axles, your big, tall, and wide, your medium height. I think those are 3-inch, maybe 4. And then I keep these 2 up here. If you notice, these ones are nice and clean and pretty. These are my 10-foot retractable ratchet straps. I broke these out the other day I use these for fairings. That's what I bought these for. And then I have another set over here, 2 clean, they hide behind here, 2 clean 6-footers. I use those for strapping steering wheels on rear tows. So I kind of keep everything separate. That way I don't use my dirty ratchet straps on my nice clean, somebody's nice clean steering wheel. Now, let's all be honest, not everybody keeps a clean steering wheel, but keeps a clean rig. I've gotten some pretty dirty ones. It happens. But that's pretty much the rundown. And then this is my favorite tool that I don't ever get to use, but when I do get to, it's nice. This is a hitch receiver, just a typical hitch receiver. I take my 5th wheel plate off of this adapter, and we can put my receiver right on there. Put this on here and tow regular trailers, man. I can go all the way down to 1 7/8 ball. Keep a broom up there for, cleaning up wrecks and that stuff. Like I said, 2020 Kenworth T880. I like the truck. I think it drives well. It's just very, very comfortable for long hauls. It's very lightweight. It only weighs 31, well, probably loaded with tools and everything. They roll out of the factory at about 31,000 pounds, so it's probably about 35 with tools, everything in it. I carry about 120 gallons on board of fuel, so it's enough to get me a good ways. But that's pretty much it, guys, and that's about all I got. So I appreciate every one of you guys for watching. This is a walk around of the truck that everybody, well, a few people requested. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys on the next one. Okay, bye.